There is a new push by Homa Bay County Assembly members to impeach the Speaker, Elizabeth Ayo, for a second time. Ayo was first impeached in 2018 before she was reinstated. In the latest quest to push her out, the Assembly accuses her, being a lawyer come politician, of mismanaging public funds, abuse of office and a lack of integrity. Our reporter Brian Obuya was in Homa Bay, where he acquired documents detailing Ayo's alleged misdeeds, which the Assembly is relying on in her ouster, or rather in the attempted ouster. He has the shocking details.
On Tuesday, 6th of November 2018, a Kisumu court reinstated Homa Bay Speaker Elizabeth Ayo pending determination of her case. Just a week earlier, Homa Bay MCAs had impeached Ayo on grounds that her integrity had become questionable. 47 MCAs voted in favor of the motion that sent Ayo home. The unanimous vote accused Ayo of orchestrating chaos in the Assembly the previous month, during which a deputy sergeant at arms was arrested and charged. In their latest attempt to drive Ayo out of office months to a general election, the county assembly members have sworn to ensure the speaker is ousted for real.
She got some orders in Bungoma, stopping the assembly from doing the work, that is, impeaching her. We are still waiting. Even if we'll have to impeach, even if it waits till the last day of this term.
In a notice of motion to impeach the speaker drafted by Kibiri MCA Michael Odira on December 3rd, 2021, the members of the county assembly have put up a spirited motion to evict Speaker Elizabeth Ayo from office. The motion is signed by over half of the members of the county assembly. In the several documents being relied upon by the county assembly of Homa Bay, the MCAs say Elizabeth Ayo has cheated, conned and stolen from the county assembly. The MCAs accuse Ayo of contravening a government circular issued in October 2016 by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. The commission directed county assembly clerks to issue a housing allowance to county speakers, but not exceeding 75,000 Kenya shillings. The monies would be paid upon evidence of a lease agreement, and it should be paid directly to the landlord and not to the speaker or any other agents. However, they contend that in the financial year running 2020 to 2021, their Speaker Elizabeth Ayo drew up to 3.3 million shillings paid as rent without a lease agreement. The money was not paid to the owner of the house as required by law, but were channeled to the Speaker's advocates' account, Owiti, Otieno and Ragot Advocates in Kisumu. They say the payments were irregular and fraudulent, unlawfully and wrongfully meant to enrich the Speaker. The county assembly in Homa Bay further accuses Elizabeth Ayo of trickery in obtaining some 875,000 shillings. Payment vouchers show that the speaker sought reimbursement, saying she had paid her bodyguard from her own pocket. The funds, however, were not channeled to the speaker or the security detail. The speaker once again asked that the money be sent to her lawyer's account away in Kisumu.
A police officer who was attached to her has gone to court, has sued the County Assembly of Homa Bay, County Assembly Service Board of Homa Bay, demanding his payments, while the Assembly paid this officer through the Speaker's law firm.
That man is Charles Madola, a security detail attached to the Speaker. Madola has told the court and NTV that he received no monies from the Speaker and that he has nothing to do with the Owiti Otieno Ragot Advocates law firm through whom the money was wired. On that ground, the MCAs have lined up 6 contraventions of the Constitution to impeach Ayo. Among them, conflict of interest and conspiracy to commit an economic crime. The Speaker is further facing questions surrounding some 602,226 Kenya shillings reimbursed to her for her car hire. Speaker Ayo told accounting officers that her official car had broken down and that she had hired another motor vehicle for 27 days, spending the over 602,000 on the car hire and some 162,000 in fuel reimbursement. The daily work tickets obtained show that the Speaker was on the road almost every day end of July and beginning of August 2020, traveling over 1,000 kilometers. Even then, no supporting documents for the car hire were produced. Evidence tabled show that the Toyota Prado KAY058R that the Speaker claimed to have hired belongs to a Tobias Otieno, said to be related to Speaker Elizabeth Ayo. The hundreds of thousands were again paid through a law firm associated with the Speaker, Owiti Otieno Ragot, away in Kisumu. That the Speaker illegally advanced herself some 7 million shillings as mortgage, despite a chief finance officer having advised that only 5.5 million shillings could be advanced to Miss Ayo. The members therefore hold that the County Assembly stands to lose about 4.3 million shillings given to the Speaker. They accuse their Speaker of incompetence and that out of 105 sittings, the Speaker has only attended 5 of them, but she has put up a spirited fight against her ouster. It is yet to be clear the circumstances under which Owiti Otieno and Ragot advocates in Kisumu received the hefty payments. What is clear is that the law firm represents Speaker Ayo in her court matters. Speaker Elizabeth Ayo had promised a comprehensive interview to respond to these allegations, but later went quiet and did not respond to our subsequent requests. However, via phone interview on February 8th, the Speaker defended the payments made to her advocate, saying the same were arising from a previous decision of the court. Even then, the judgments have not been provided and NTV has been unable to independently obtain the alleged court rulings. But that defense is different from what Ayo has told the court in Judicial Review number 16 of 2021. In her defense in that case, the Speaker blames her troubles on the recently appointed clerk of the County Assembly, Faith Adhiambo Apuko. Ayo centered her defense in what appeared to be an attack on Apuko, at the time acting clerk of the County Assembly.
Faith Adhiambo Apuko.
Ayo says that Apuko is acting maliciously and in bad faith, that Apuko and other shadowy individuals are planning to loot public funds, that the scheme is bizarre and a plot by the MCAs to loot public funds to facilitate elections. But the MCAs are hearing none of that.
Faith is one of the long-serving members of the staff with very serious academic endowment, and I believe all that is required of her, she has the ability to take, unless she chooses to ignore the stipulations of the law.
But you know, when you have a substitute speaker, when you have a substitute clerk, you know you can stand your ground. But when you are acting, you can think, you may try to bow to pressure. This is what the speaker doesn't want. And that's why she was very much opposed to when we are trying to have Faith Apuko.
It appears that Elizabeth Ayo and Faith Apuko have been at war at the Homa Bay County Assembly. Just recently, Ms. Apuko was sworn in as the County Assembly clerk, albeit without presence of the Speaker. The Speaker has yet to gazette her appointment as required by law. Sources at the County Assembly tell NTV that the MCAs and Apuko are accusing the Speaker of using the courts to impede the functions of the Assembly, including the recent appointment of Apuko.
The Speaker's absence, to me, is inconsequential. We know she's trying to look around, maybe get some quacks to go to court to challenge the decision of the House. The House unanimously approved the the appointment of Faith Adhiambo Apuko as the clerk.
The High Court in Kisumu is set to give a ruling on the 10th of March to determine if the County Assembly of Homa Bay was in contempt of court by initiating the removal of the county speaker. Homa Bay County has been a difficult county to govern at different levels. Political rivalry has stalled many of the projects and functions, and it can get worse. Towards the end of January this year, the home of Julius Gaya, arguably Homa Bay County's boldest MCA, was petrol bombed at night, resulting in immense damage to property. Accusations of misappropriation of funds at the county government of Homa Bay are at record levels. County MCAs have now been directed by the anti-graft agency to return more than 7.9 million they illegally received as allowances during a trip to Mombasa. Now the latest battle is at the speaker's doorstep as she faces grave allegations of corruption and misappropriation of public funds. In a 2017 interview with the Daily Nation, Ms. Ayo said she would strive to restore public confidence in an assembly rocked by corruption scandals and incompetence. That year, Homa Bay voters had sent home 38 out of their 40 MCAs. Brian Obuya, NTV.